Hey, Canucks fans, it looks like Travis Dermott is ready to return to the Canucks lineup. And can you see the team actually keeping Bo Horvat through the trade deadline for a playoff run? I'm Canuck Clay, and this is my Canucks take on one take. It's Clay's Canucks commentary for Wednesday, December the 28th. If you're new, here's what you should do. Hit the subscribe button now for daily Canucks insight that's positive, timely, and trustworthy. Thanks to everyone who joined me for my live stream last night. A lot of fun after that big 6-2 Canucks win over the San Jose Sharks. I was at the game, got home, was able to do my live stream. You guys were very generous with respect to your donations and, of course, your comments as well. So a lot of fun. Tonight, I'm going to schedule one for 11 p.m., but I'm not sure if I'm going to get home in time to do it. I'm visiting our best friends out in Surrey. I haven't seen them in a few weeks. So I will play it by ear. If I can get home by 11:15, I will do it. I'll do the live stream. If for some reason we're out super late, I will have to cancel it. But we'll play that one by ear if that's okay. We got to be flexible in this day and age. Let's talk about the Canucks. I want to talk about how they practiced today, and then I want to talk about Bo Horvat. So coming off their big win last night, we don't have to talk about last night's game. I already talked about it in my live stream last night. The Canucks seem to make only one change in their lineup, and it could be an exciting change for Canucks fans. So up front, the same 12 forwards because they have been producing over the past 3 games. And so you have the line that I guess was the best last night was Horvat, Mikheyev, and Besser. That line combined for 11 points, 4, 4, and 3. Besser with the 3, Mikheyev and Horvat with the 4 each. Then you have PPK, Pettersson, Peterson, and Kuzmenko. Your other line of Miller, Garland, and Lazar. And then a fourth line of Aman, Joshua, and Studnicka. That means Sheldon Dries, still the extra Tanner Pearson, still not at practice yet. And then, of course, we know that Hoglander and Podkolzin are down in Utica. I can't believe I said that. They're down in Abbotsford. On D, here's the big change. You got your Hughes and your Bear. Love that pairing, by the way. You have OEL and Myers, who, as I said in my live stream last night, actually played a really good game yesterday when they were active with their sticks. And then on the third pairing, I love this. Travis Dermott with Luke Schenn. And that's not because it's not like I hate Stillman or I don't like Stillman. I do question why he's played so much, but that means your fourth pairing with Stillman with Kyle Burrows, and both Stillman played fine yesterday, quite to be very honest. But I've been clamoring for Travis Dermott to return to the lineup, to be in the lineup all season, but we know he suffered a concussion right in training camp, which sucks. So Dermott has not played this year yet. He played a handful of games last year, saw a bit of what he could do. Decent skater, not bad on D. And it sounds funny to say a defense is not bad on D, but he's got good offensive awareness, decent skater, good at clearing the puck. So I definitely think he's an upgrade over Burrows, over Stillman. You can even argue over Myers maybe. So the fact that he got into today's practice on the third pairing with Luke Schenn, that is a promising thing. And then I think you're looking at the strongest possible 6 guys up in the top 6 when it comes to defensemen now, with Hughes, with Bear, a nice mid-season acquisition, with Oyel, with Myers, with Schenn, and now with Dermott. Remember, Tucker Pullman's still on the LTIR with his concussion issues as well. And then now you have Burrows and Stillman as your extras. I really like this. Now, there's a small chance that he doesn't play tomorrow in Winnipeg, that Boudreau just kind of wanted to get him some reps on one of the top 3 pairings, because we've seen that before where the Canucks practice one way, but they play another way. But the way that Boudreau's been talking, the way that he said yesterday that I was hoping to get Dermott into the lineup for a game this week, maybe, just maybe, it will be as early as tomorrow against Winnipeg. So that's exciting to me. Again, Travis Dermott skating alongside Luke Schenn at practice today, and then of course likely with the day off in between, or at least the day not off, but no game. I expect to be Spencer Martin tomorrow in Winnipeg as well. So Canucks fans, let me know what you think about Travis Dermott's return. What do you expect from him? Do you remember him? Do you remember that he was on the team actually? And one last thing about Dermott, not only am I excited about what he brings on the ice, I mentioned that at the golf tournament in September, him and Spencer Martin were the 2 guys that I met for the first time who I was extremely impressed with. So I like Travis Dermott a lot, and I can't wait to see what he can do in the lineup, and maybe he can have the same impact that another former Leaf has had, and that is, of course, Ilya Mikheyev. Ilya Mikheyev's line mate is Bo Horvat, and I know I spent a lot of time talking about Bo Horvat on this channel. It was the subject of my vlog with my brother Jason yesterday. I talk about him a lot because he's my favorite Canucks player, all these things. But we can't hide or deny that that's the biggest story. Right now, it's going to be the biggest story going into the new year. And that's because of how well he's playing. He has 26 goals in 36 games. 20 or 30, how many have we played? 34 games. What the heck? He has 26 goals in 34 games. That's pretty crazy. And second on the team in scoring behind Elias Pettersson, of course. And we know that Bo Horvat's contract situation set to become a UFA at the end of the season. And of course, conventional wisdom has suggested, now that we've signed Miller to that 7-year contract, that they'll have to trade Horvat and hopefully get a lot in return. But as I see Horvat put together 2 consecutive 4-point games. So now, remember, PD was good. He was 3rd star of the week. 2 games, 7 points. Horvat now has 2 games, 8 points. Pretty impressive stuff. Leading this team by example, leading this team on the score sheet. So what happens, Canucks fans? And would you be okay with this if the Canucks, let's say around trade deadline time, they're not only fighting for a wild card spot, let's say they're in a wild card spot. Or just imagine they're in 3rd place in the Pacific Division for some reason. How hard would it be for the Canucks to actually trade Horvat as opposed to keeping him? And then keeping him because he's going to be one of the catalysts for a playoff run. Imagine if they end up keeping him for a playoff run, whether they're in a playoff position or not at the trade deadline. And then you risk losing him for nothing as opposed to getting 2-3 assets for him at the trade deadline. Now, even as I say this out loud to you, as much as I like Horvat, as much as I like I want the Canucks to make the playoffs, from a long-term perspective, if it means losing Horvat for nothing, I get it. It doesn't make sense. But even if you trade him, the guys that come back, even if the Canucks want to make a hockey trade, a current roster player on D, a current roster player at center, there's no guarantee that those, say, just for discussion purposes, that those 2 players come into the Canucks lineup and find chemistry and are impactful and are contributors. Maybe it's kind of like they're going to be worse off because they lose the best player in a potential trade. So I'm not saying at all that the Canucks should do this, that the Canucks should keep Horvat through the trade deadline and risk losing him for nothing. I've always said that the Canucks do have money. They have the ability to sign both Horvat and Kuzmenko, but then it just hamstrings them in other ways if they want to improve the defense and things like that. Travis Dermott, as much as I like him, I don't think he's going to single-handedly fix all the Canucks' defensive problems. So I'm really curious to see the way this story goes, the way that Horvat's contract negotiations go. I've kind of resigned myself to the fact that he won't be a Vancouver Canuck next season. But just imagine if he puts together more multi-point games and helps the Canucks get into a playoff position. Man, the next 2 months are going to be very interesting when it comes to his future. So Canucks fans, let me know what you think. Am I completely out to lunch, or could you see actually Rutherford and Alvin potentially holding on to Horvat for a playoff run, even if we agree that that's not the best course of action for the long-term outlook of this team? So let me know what you think about Horvat. Let me know what you think about Travis Dermott, and let me know what you thought about last night's game. As always, shout out to my sponsors, Van City Experts Real Estate, Perform and Transform, Personal Training, Weight Loss, and thanks to legendary Lucas Gates, legendary Justin Credible, legendary Andrew Chang, Hall of Fame and franchise members as well. And thanks to all of you for continuing to support me on this channel. Subscribe if you'd like to, like this video if you like to, leave a donation, become a member, upgrade your membership if you'd like to, and definitely leave a comment down below if you'd like to. I'll do my best to read, react, and reply. As always, stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. I might see you tonight at 11 p.m. God bless, and go Canucks go.